as a professional 3D application, 3ds Max gives you the ability to customize the interface so it fits the style of work you prefer. Getting sick from the same dark color scheme that Max offers by default? Well, try something new. Don't know how? Let me show you. It's very simple. First thing to do, go over to the Customize menu, choose Custom UI and Default Switcher. A new dialog box will open up. Feel free to familiarize yourself by reading about each option available. On the left hand side, you have the default settings for instance, what type of light will be created, or what kind of materials will be populated in the default material editor, or whether objects will have their properties derived by a layer or not. Over to the right is the UI schemes, or in other words, the color of your interface. If you prefer a more light colored interface with black text, then you can switch to, for instance, AMI light. Click on the Set button. Don't panic if your screen is flickering. That is just 3ds Max loading everything up. What is that? Nothing special. It is just the way our friend Max uses to tell us that the default settings will take effect the next time you restart 3ds Max. 3ds Max is talking about these tool settings. So, the tool settings will not take effect until the next time you restart. Okay, thank you, Max. Now we have a light colored interface. How cool is that? Take your time and try out every option within the custom UI and default switcher UI schemes to see how Max is very genuine with you. But for me now, I am going to switch back to the standard color scheme by selecting the default. I will repeat the process again. Go to the Customize and then choose the Custom UI and Default Switcher, and from there select the default UI or whatever you want. Okay, fantastic. Thank you again, Max. Wanting to make 3ds Max blue? What about an orange color? Why not? Yes, you can do that. Simply go to the Customize menu, then select Customize User Interface. A dialog box will open. You have the ability to customize different things, such as your keyboard, your mouse, toolbars, quads, menus. But the most important tab for us is what? I can't hear you. Yes, you're right, the color tabs. Let's say, for example, that you want to make 3ds Max blue. It doesn't seem a good idea, but let's do it. Go to the Elements drop-down menu and choose the viewport. If it is selected by default, then fine. Within the general UI colors, choose the background even. Set the normal, disable, and hover color to a blue color. I'm going to copy this color from one slot to the another and then hit apply colors now. Wait for just a little bit for the effect to take control. Then the next thing you would do would be to select the background odd and do the same thing. Set the color to a blue color and hit apply colors now. Wait for just a little moment. Whoa, what a bad choice. But if you like it, just keep it. To set everything to its default, click on the reset button. and wait for a moment. Ooh, finally get rid of that weird looking interface. 3ds Max also gives you the ability to turn certain panels on and off. And that's achieved by going to an empty area where you can simply right click. Anything that doesn't have a check mark next to it means that once checked will appear on the screen. To show, for example, the Mass Effects toolbar, just click on it and it will show up. Let's do that again and show, for example, let's right click and show, for example, the extras. There you have it. To hide it back again, just go back, right click and uncheck Mass Effects toolbar. You can also show or hide certain panels by going to the Customize menu, then choosing Show UI submenu, which will show you the panels that you can show or hide. Select, for example, the Command panel, and whoa, there are no Command panel anymore. I have really missed the Command panel, so how about bringing it back? Go again to the Customize menu, choose the Show UI submenu, and check back the Command panel. Long time no see, Command panel. Okay, cool. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the interface of 3ds Max is very flexible. Yes, you can resize your panels and windows to however you want. For example, the Command panel can be expanded to multiple pans. Want to see that? Okay, simply position your mouse on the border where the Command panel meets the viewport. When the cursor changes to a left and right arrow, then drag left or right to expand or minimize the panel. You can do this for almost any panel in Max. Wow, that's cool. What's even better is that you can drag and drop certain panels to different areas. Sounds awesome, right? You can change the layout of your interface to whatever you want. Simply click and hold your left mouse button on the dash area of a panel. When moving your panel, notice a blue container showing whenever going over a good place to dock your panel in. Let the mouse, and there you have it. Do this again and click and hold your left mouse button on the dash area of a panel. When drag, and when you see a blue container, let the mouse and boom. You have also the option to undock a panel and make it float. And that's done by right-clicking on the dashed area again, but this time select the float option. And there you go. Poor little friend, don't know where to go, so let's dock it again and find him a new home. Another option to dock your menus or panels is to right-click on the dashed area again and select from the dock options. How about selecting right? Okay, awesome stuff. I will do this just for the sake of demonstration. Now, let's say that you are very happy with the actual look of your interface and would like to save it for future usage. Very simple. Go over to the Workspaces drop-down menu, select Manage Workspaces. From this new dialog box, choose Save as New Workspace. Obviously, you have the choice to select from various options to include when saving your workspace, such as toolbars, menus and quad menus, viewport tab presets, ribbon, hotkeys, and many more. Now, everything seems just fine, so just click on Save as New Workspace. Now, rename your workspace. Feel free to name it whatever you want, but a meaningful name will be better. You don't want to have 10 workspaces with, let's say, for example, my awesome workspace 01 or my great workspace 02 or something similar. That wouldn't make sense, right? Let me rename the workspace to be, for example, modeling workspace. That sounds much better, right? Then hit OK. The workspace will be selected and set automatically. Want to go to the default workspace? Just select the default workspace and there you have it. Now, if your workspace doesn't feel like it has been restored completely to what it was before, don't panic. Just click on Restore. Let me take this out and click on Restore to default state. And voila! So that's it for this lesson. You now have different options to customize your 3ds Max to your liking. Can't wait to see what awesome scheme you will come up with. Thank you and see you soon.